Every town has its secrets, but some stories are better left untold. One day you'll open a book that changes everything. In 1968, in a small town in Pennsylvania, a mysterious young man named Ramon arrives, arousing suspicion from the local sheriff due to his Mexican appearance. On Halloween night, aspiring writer Stella Nichols and her friends Chuck Steinberg and Augie Hildebrandt decide to prank the local school gang led by bully Tommy. They leave a bag of feces disguised as candy in his car, then pelt it with toilet paper and eggs. While escaping from the enraged bullies, the friends hide in Ramon's car. Tommy tries to pull them out, but bystanders intervene, forcing him to back off. The four friends decide to explore an old haunted mansion that once belonged to the late Sarah Bellows, the daughter of a prominent industrialist who was believed to be insane. Inside the mansion, Stella discovers a secret room and an ancient book of scary stories that once belonged to Sarah. Chuck encounters a terrifying vision of an old woman with a dog, but it vanishes. Suddenly, Tommy appears and locks the friends inside the house, despite his date, Chuck's sister Ruth, trying to stop him. However, Sarah's ghost unlocks the door, allowing them to escape, only to find that Tommy has smashed Ramon's car. Later, Stella notices a new story appearing in Sarah's book, with Tommy as the main character. Meanwhile, his mother sends him on an errand through the cornfield, where a scarecrow named Harold stands. The scarecrow comes to life and transforms Tommy into another scarecrow. The next day, concerned about his disappearance, Stella and Ramon find the scarecrow wearing Tommy's clothes. Stella tries to get rid of the eerie book by leaving it in the Bellows house, but it mysteriously reappears in her room. Another story starts writing itself, now featuring Augie, who unwittingly eats a stew containing a severed toe. The friends try to warn him, but it's too late. An undead corpse without a toe drags Augie under his bed, leaving only scratch marks on the floor. Stella, Chuck, and Ramon realize they are next. After failing to destroy the book, they begin researching Sarah Bellows' history. Soon, a new story appears about Ruth, whose cheek develops a pimple that quickly grows larger. When Ruth goes to the school restroom and looks in the mirror, a black hair emerges from the pimple. It's a spider's leg. Suddenly, hundreds of spiders burst from the swelling and cover her body. The friends save her, but she is taken to the hospital. Chuck has a nightmare about a grotesque, overweight woman from the mysterious Red Room. The teenagers head to a psychiatric hospital to find Sarah's records. Overwhelmed by fear, Chuck runs away, while Stella and Ramon discover that Sarah was tortured at the hospital by her own relatives. Meanwhile, Chuck is confronted by his nightmare. The monstrous woman catches him and absorbs him into her body. The police arrest Stella and Ramon. The sheriff dismisses their story until he witnesses a new entry being written in the book, now featuring Ramon. Suddenly, a severed body assembles into a horrifying creature and kills the sheriff. Stella and Ramon manage to escape, with Stella running to Sarah's house while Ramon distracts the monster. Inside the mansion, Stella is transported to the past and sees how Sarah's family mistreated her because of her appearance and her efforts to expose the truth about mercury contamination in the town's water supply, which caused the deaths of local children. Stella tearfully convinces Sarah's ghost that she is innocent and promises to tell the world the truth if she stops writing the terrifying stories. Sarah vanishes, along with the monster chasing Ramon. Stella returns to the present. The supernatural horrors come to an end. Stella writes a book about Sarah's story and the events that transpired, but few believe her. Ramon is drafted into the Vietnam War, and Stella promises to write to him. Ruth is discharged from the hospital, but Chuck and Augie remain missing. Stella hopes to find a way to bring them back with Sarah's book. Some stories can't be forgotten, and some are not over yet.